the Valley of the Sun and University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try again with Cohen, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Trubisky now off the bootleg. That is caught by Cohen. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. First carry now. This is Johnson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On 3rd down, Bradford. It's caught. Nelson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Bradford finding Nelson for an Arizona first down. First down, Bradford. Caught, right side, Gresham. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, He's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Gotta go.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And this one is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over first and 10. First down carry here for Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A play fake. Bradford. Flush to his right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. They go play action. Now Bradford airing this one out for Fitzgerald. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass!
Well, toss.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
Hurry. We're go. Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Well, it's a shallow pass, and it's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Got a man open. It's Wims. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
If indeed the Chicago Bears were looking for a nice change-up to Jordan Howard at running back, they found it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Parkey with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Rolling to his left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
On third down, Johnson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. This will be fielded at the 17. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Dayon Buchanan in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build on. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, 89 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from the desert after this. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Cohen. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Jamar Taylor will be credited with a tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Following the interception, Bradford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
On 2nd down, Trubisky steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Parkey adds the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here we go, Monday. Monday.
Final play of the half. Bradford forced out to his, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. On the return, this is Rashad Ross now. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had a good...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Eddie Goldman able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On play action, Bradford steps away. And he's going to go down again. Danny Trevathan in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. In search of something here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready.
Here we go. Stop right there. Stop right there.
Off the play fake. Bradford. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he completes it to Cohen. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, that's Cohen. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you...
And a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away. And they're not doing it.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
One day. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They go to Johnson again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
As David Johnson works his way back from the wrist injury, what are the hesitations, the cautions for him?
Well, number one, you want to make sure he's got full strength in the wrist because he's going to carry the football an awful lot, so ball security is important. And you definitely want to make sure there's flexibility there because he's been such a great pass catcher in the past. You want to make sure he gets back to being able to do that as well.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Well, that 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Gotta hurry, gotta hurry.
A 1st down throw for Bradford. The 20. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
One day.
From the red zone now, Bradford. Flush to his right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Second down, Bradford. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On first down, Trubisky. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. On second down, here's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Hurry, hurry!
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Being chased out left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get to the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And his kick is right through. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what the
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Back here, 2nd and 14.
Stop right there.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. Steps up. The pressure gets to him again. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. In search of something here after the sack, it's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. Here's Bradford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both, because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go. Ransom! Ransom! Hey, 18.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. From the gun, Bradford. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Chicago. 67 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards the gain for number 18. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Well, look to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Bradford to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Here's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. Room here to run. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Lock in, lock in.
Throwing now is Trubisky. Flushed out right. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Lock in, lock in.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Bradford now after the fumble recovery. Underneath for Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They pitch it out to Johnson. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So this thing is all going to come down to the right foot of Phil Dawson. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So this thing is all going to come down to the right foot of Phil Dawson. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And the Cardinals win it. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Cards, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1.
What's that on that beat? Addicted to ballin', I have to get